Hello, everybody. Welcome back to This Week in Victoria. This is the show where each week we give you a rundown of all the happenings right here in the Crossroads area. Today is Wednesday, August 26th, 2026. We will be right back with those events and my special guest right after this.
Have you ever thought about doing your own podcast? It is the absolute best way to grow your brand, spread your message, and build your following. Fresh Media Works can help. We do all the heavy lifting, and you just focus on your message. To find out how easy we can make launching your new podcast, call 713-269-4620 or check us out at freshmediaworks.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I want to introduce someone very special to you today. I had the opportunity to meet her a while back, and we've talked several times since then. Please welcome Crystal Rimenschneider. She is the Director of Victoria County Animal Services. Say hi, Crystal.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You are welcome. I'm so glad that we're finally able to get together. We've talked about this a few times.
Yes, we have.
I do want to tell you everything that is going on this week, and we'll learn more about you as we go. So let's get started. First, I want to remind everybody about the Brother Gary Moses project that is still going on in his honor, that is raising money for scholarships at both colleges here in Victoria. He had a big hand in this, made decisions regarding how those would be dispersed and keeping them long lasting. So if you are interested in being involved in those, please reach out to the food bank. They are managing those. That is also where you can get your Victoria Loves Brother Gary shirt and the coveted pins that you've been seeing that everybody wants. You can pick those up there, and the proceeds do go toward those scholarships. We also have our usual weekly events. As always, the Victoria Farmers Market runs every Wednesday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Patty Dodson Health Center parking lot. And I don't know about you, Crystal, but I've driven by there a few times lately, and that place is crowded.
It's always crowded.
There is a lot there. Is it as much on Wednesdays? Because I think I only see it on Saturdays.
It's pretty crowded on Wednesdays too.
That's awesome. I love the local vendors and that people prefer that. That is such an awesome thing to see in Victoria. The library, of course, has a full slate of events. We do mention a few later on. The story times and kids events will return next week in September. But craft nights and other things are always going on at the Victoria Library. You can check out their website through the city to learn more. And Victoria College also keeps us busy with weekly events for both students and the community. I know that last week they had their back to school events, welcoming their students back on campus ahead of the semester starting for the fall. They have everything: Bible classes, fitness classes, weight training, ballet, family days, lots of stuff going on there that you may want to check out. And something special we have for the rest of the month. Now, Victoria County Animal Services has $40 adoptions going on. So is that through the end of August? Is that what you were telling me?
Yes, through the end of August.
Okay, tell me a little more about that. Why do we do this?
We do this to help the community and the animals. The animals need to get out of the shelter. It's not really a life for them. And, also I realized that sometimes, the adoption fees kind of deter people because, they can get pricey depending on how much medical expense we have into the animal. But we do want to make it affordable for them to come and, pick out a pet of their own.
That's true.
And they will be spayed, neutered, have all their vaccines. So those additional costs will be covered for that $40.
And so you're not turning around and spending $150 or $200 getting all of that done at the vet on your own.
Correct.
It's covered in that. That is a deal.
It's,
I mean, for a bargain shopper, that lights me up.
Yes. And then, you don't have to worry about getting them spayed or neutered. Sometimes we will set up their appointment and the family will just pick them up from the vet. And that kind of helps because the animal is kind of vulnerable at that time. Just went through something kind of traumatic. And so they go into a home and the family's caring for them. And then, it's a different trust.
Yes, that's very neat.
Yeah.
And you also do fosters, though, where you have people take a dog home either to sort of test it out, kind of a trial run, or what are some of the other reasons that you foster animals?
Well, it's to get them out of the shelter environment. A lot of times they're in this small kennel and they become what's called kennel crazed, where they don't have a lot of room to move and it's just the same four walls. And, so it gets them into the environment, outdoors, different smells, different interactions with kids, people, other dogs, cats. Take them for a pup cup. We do have doggy day out too. If you can't foster, you can just pick one up for the day, take it to the dog park, take it for a pup cup, walk it around, just to get it out. It's so important for them to get out of the kennels. And so, if you can't foster, and you've got a couple hours and you just want to take one out for the day, we do that too.
Oh, that is awesome. It's like renting a dog, but it doesn't even cost you anything.
You can bring it back.
It's just fun. What a great idea for kids,
too. Our goal is to get them, out permanently, because this is not a permanent situation.
And I know y'all call those foster fails, because the plan is to foster and bring back. And when you don't bring it back, that's a fail, but that's a good thing.
And I think every one of us here, even working here, have foster fails. So
yes, I have a foster fail too. Yes, so I get that.
You just fall in love with them. You can't help it.
Well, we'll get into our events and talk more with you as it goes on. I just want to remind the public that we are changing our format a little bit. We want to be able to tell stories as we tell you the events and get to know our community better and build strength. We are known as a giving community here in Victoria, and we really want to foster that. So to that end, I want to tell you first, our first event is tomorrow, Thursday, August 27th, the OVBS August Mixer. That is, I'm not sure what that stands for, but it says grab a drink and make some connections at this month's business mixer at Moonshine Drinkery. And of course, they hold a lot of social events there at 103 West Santa Rosa in Victoria. This one is 5 to 6 p.m. and it is meant for businesses, not just an evening out. But if you're a business that wants to know other business owners, you should definitely try that out. On Friday, we have the Adultish Book Club, the library's book club for grown-ups who still love a good young adult pick. And that's me, even at my age, because I teach that age kids. And so that young adult book, I love it. They meet up at the Garden House Coffee. This month, the talk is through After the Flood by Cassandra Montag. And the Garden House has moved. They have a new location at 104 Teakwood, Suite 100. It's really nice. But that's from 6 to 7 p.m. And of course, the cost is free.
And I've seen pictures of their new location, and it's intriguing. Nice. Yes. I was just telling a friend of mine that, we need to go check this out. They've got little couches and lounge areas, and it's so relaxing.
It really is nice. And I've been there too. And I've gone and sat, I've got an hour to kill before something I'm doing and go work for a while or just chill. It's a really good place. Next is, and this is also on Friday, DocPAC's annual Clear the Shelters adoption event. The Dorothy H. O'Connor Pet Adoption Center is teaming up with NBC's Clear the Shelters campaign for a day of pet adoptions. It's a great timing to check it out since this week's guest is Victoria's own Animal Services Director, but you are not Doc. You have a relationship with DocPAC, though. Tell me about that, because I think a lot of people probably don't understand the difference.
We have a great relationship with DocPAC, Adopt a Pet, all of our local rescues, Paws for Christ. One thing good is they come to us and they will pull dogs so that they can get them vetted and adopted from them. And that helps us tremendously keep our numbers. So, they're keeping it in Victoria, which is nice. You're helping Victoria. And like I said, the girls at DocPAC are so friendly and so inviting, and, they take very good care of their animals. And, it's just, if you've never been out there, you should go out there. It's a great setup and it's really inviting. And so I know that they also have clinics a couple times a month, where they do the vaccines, not rabies, because a vet has to do that, but, your parvo, your, Bordetella, things like that.
All your regular ones.
A little bit.
And they also do things like paw trimming and things like that for a reduced rate.
They will be having, I know that I had talked to the girls the other day, they're already working on their haunted house, and that's a big thing every year. So it's exciting.
I may have to go talk to them for that because that's a lot of fun. They are out at 135 Progress Drive. That is out past the airport, and they're open from 10 to 7. Then we have the art experience at the Nave Museum. This is the teen edition, and they invite teens to paint pots and plates with colors and patterns inspired by the current exhibit, which is Stan Urban's Full Circle. Registration is required, but the cost is free. This will take place on Friday. It's 210 Vine Street at 6 p.m., so that's a good event for teens. The Rotary Pancake Supper. The Rotary Club is flipping pancakes over in Cuero to raise some funds. This will be at Cuero High School from 5 to 7 p.m. So this is definitely pancakes for supper. I did not find a cost on their website, but if you reach out to the Rotary Club in Cuero, they will be able to give you that information. On Saturday, Children's Art Experience, kids get to use clay to make textured tiles inspired by the Nave Museum's current exhibit. This is different. This one is a children's event, not the teen event, but they use stamps, rollers, and more. Registration is required, and again, the cost is free. I've never been to the Nave Museum. Have you?
I have never been. I drive by it every Monday when I go to court, but I've seen the banners and the things that they have with the urban circle right now, and so I was just thinking about it the other day. I was like, I wonder what that is, but I would love to go check it out.
We should, and anybody who has kids involved, this is a great time to do it.
Well, and too, like, where can you go for free and have your kid do an event, and they're interactive. It's something to do. They're not on an iPad, a phone. You're getting them out.
Yes.
And I think we've lost a lot of that.
And working with kids myself, I know that there are a lot of artist kids out there now. And so this is a great opportunity to foster that too. However, if strategy is more your style, the chess club, we have casual chess in the Bronte room at the library. No clocks and no pressure. All skill levels welcome. The library is hosting that from 12 to 2:30 on Saturday. That is a really cool thing to do, and I know that people there are always friendly and willing to teach you. So if you don't know chess, this would be a time to learn. The Five Points Museum of Contemporary Art is opening their Elizabeth Payne Paintings from 1972 to 2026 opening reception. The exhibition. I'm not sure which is the proper word there. Either way, it spans decades of Elizabeth Payne's career from geometric abstraction to colorful South Texas landscapes. The opening reception includes live entertainment and light refreshments. The 5 Points is there on South Moody, and it's from 5 to 8 p.m., and this is a free event as well. Teachers Gone Bad. I've actually been to one of these comedy shows. This is a touring comedy show, and it's swinging through Victoria, going to be at Shadows Bar at 6 p.m., and it's a lot of fun, and maybe that's just because I'm a teacher, but it's a good time for teachers to get out and have some fun.
I think they need that mental break, so they should all go.
Very much. The cost for that, I looked online. The tickets run about $20, but that also gets you into Shadows Bar, and it's a lot of fun. It's a good night to relax.
This next one coming up, I really want to go to that. We've been talking about it.
Tell us about it.
I saw it on Facebook, and it's the William Lee Martin Seems Smart at the Time comedy tour. Comedian William Lee Martin brings his tour to the Welder Center stage with special guest Jordan Stanley. Location is at the Leo J. Welder Center for the Performing Arts at 214 North Main Street, Victoria, Texas at 7 p.m. I watched some of his clips.
I'm not familiar.
Hilarious. And, you can sit there and put yourself kind of at your place and time and, seem smart at the time, but it wasn't. So I think that it's going to be a great comedy.
I think we can all relate to that title.
Oh, yes.
That alone is going to make it a hit.
But, check it out on Facebook. I think that the Leo Welder Center has some clips of it on there, and that's where I saw it. So
cool. I will check that out. Maybe we should go.
Yeah, we should.
Nordic Winds Through Eastern Fire. This is the Victoria Symphony. Lots of art events kicking off this week. The Victoria Symphony kicks off season 53 with a program traveling from the frozen lakes of Finland through the Russian forest to the ancient landscapes of China. Of course, it is at the Fine Arts Center at 1002 Sam Houston Drive, and that begins at 7:30 p.m. We also have live music with Jake Bush at Moonshine Drinkery at 103 West Santa Rosa. And that's at 9 p.m. And I've heard his name. I'm not a go out for live music person much anymore, but I've heard that one. So I think he's a local.
Yes. And it's really important to support those local artists. They go out and they sing. And a lot of times you wouldn't believe the talent some of them have. Like, it's amazing. And, even if you're not a drinker, you can have a Coke and listen to music.
Yes.
Like, it's just, sitting with friends and listening, and it's really important to those artists to see a crowd enjoying their music.
And it's another way to support your local businesses as well.
Yes.
Children's consignment event. A kids consignment sale sets up at Cuero Intermediate School running into Sunday. So this starts Saturday, will continue on Sunday. This is at Cuero Intermediate School. It begins at 10 a.m. They did not have a cutoff time, and they will probably run until at least 2 o'clock. So you've got a few hours there. But this is consignment. So if you're still looking for those back to school clothes and things on the cheap, this is a really good way to do it. I think with this being the first couple of weeks back to school, everybody's taken Sunday off. So we don't have any events on Sunday except the consignment event. You, of course, are always encouraged to check out your local churches and other events that give you a day of rest, whether that's whatever that means to you, whether it's going to the beach or the river or spending some time at the park. Stay cool, stay hydrated, but get a day for yourself. And then starting next week on Monday, the True Crime Book Club, fans of the macabre, gather in the Bronte Room to talk through Blood in the Water, the untold story of a family tragedy. I went and read the book just for this. That title alone got me, and it is good. I listened to the audiobook, and it's read by the author. It was very good. But that's at the Victoria Public Library, of course, from 6 to 7 p.m. And like always, their events are free.
I'm a true crime junkie.
Are you?
Yes. Podcasts, books.
All of it?
All of it.
So, and are you a reader?
I am a reader.
I'm an audiobooker. I don't
like
read much anymore.
Right. But I spend a lot of time on the road traveling, so
of course
audiobooks are great. But I do like to read and wind down in the evenings. So
yeah.
And the books are always so much better. Like if a movie comes out, of course, the books are so much better. You get so many more details. That's what we want. The details.
The details. I want all the nuances and the thoughts. Yes. Tuesday, welcome September. I would like to tell you that means fall is here, but this is South Texas, and it just means it's September. The Alzheimer's Association, 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's disease. The Alzheimer's Association stops by the library to walk through the warning signs of Alzheimer's, the importance of early detection, and the resources they offer. So this is from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. The cost is free. You should come prepared to probably take notes, but those are always very informative. And then Mother Clucker's Mercantile Opening Day Extravaganza. The multi-vendor gift shop celebrates the grand opening of its new location. Mother Clucker's has moved. They have t-shirt giveaways, sweet treats, and lunch from Roberts on the Go. The new location is 1207 North Wheeler Street in Victoria. This event takes place from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then on Wednesday, Healthy South Texas Dinner Tonight Family Mealtime. So this is from Texas A&M's AgriLife Family Mealtime Initiative. They will walk you through while eating meals together as a family matters with recipes for picky eaters and conversation starters for the table. I think the recipes for picky eaters is probably a good enough motivation for me to go. This is at the library again from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Wednesday.
I was just reading something yesterday about no one told you how hard life was going to be deciding what to cook for dinner. Like it's hard. Hey, like you come home, you're like, what are we going to eat for dinner? Biggest argument between couples.
That's right. Is what are we going to eat?
Where do you want to eat? I don't care. Where do you want to eat?
When some of my family members got married, and even a friend, I had all of the family contribute recipes and put together a family recipe book as a wedding gift so that you have grandma's fried chicken and your Uncle Joe's lasagna and whatever it was. But nowadays you have the internet, and that's not the valuable thing that it was. But yeah, to have all in one place where they can say, hey, this is for you. That's an excellent thing.
I had gotten all my grandmothers and in-laws, all their favorite recipes, and typed them all up and gave them for Christmas one year to everybody.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So it's been really special because grandmothers have passed away and those recipes were would have been lost.
Yes.
Which is great because there are, our Thanksgiving and Christmas go-tos for sure now, but definitely something to do with your kids too.
Yeah.
Making a project, and I put pictures of them on the recipes, so you kind of see them when you're cooking, and
that is really neat. And I've seen it too, where you actually have grandma's handwriting. It's a copy of her recipe card that I think would be. You just gave me a great idea for Christmas. I'm going to jot that down. Yep. Finally, on Wednesday, our live event is Come Try Pickleball with the library. No experience needed. They will walk you through the basics. You can even, I think this is so cool, you can even check out a pickleball kit from the library. They do play at the Youth Sports Complex at 107 North Ben Wilson in Victoria from 6 to 7:30 p.m. So it's a little cooler there in the evening. But I think it's very cool that you can borrow stuff from the library, not just books. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you go once and it's not your thing, you haven't made this huge investment.
Spent the money. I had just gotten into, never done it before, but Frisbee golf.
Yes.
And I did not realize the workout you get.
That's right.
Because you walk, and I played a course in Seguin, and it's a little bit more rugged, and it's beautiful. But my watch was like, "Are you working out?" And I was like, "As a matter of fact, I am."
Now that you mention it,
it didn't feel like you were just dedicated to working out because you had a goal.
Yes.
So it's a lot of fun. The Frisbee golf, the pickleball, I loved it. Like, we had bought Frisbee golf discs, so of course the expense. But I love it that you can go and use these items, and like you said, if it's not your thing, return them. You
no
have
harm
spent
done.
the money, and if you like it, then you can.
Now you know what you want.
That's right.
So you mentioned Seguin. What is your background? Are you from Victoria? Are you native here?
I'm from Cuero.
Okay.
Actually, spent a lot of time in Victoria because Cuero doesn't have a lot, but I am from Cuero. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So tell us how you came to Victoria County Animal Services. I struggle with not calling it animal control.
Oh,
I know that's not what it is because we're not here to control animals.
Right,
we're here to help. So
and that's an old school,
yes.
terminology, but so I've always had a passion for animals. Always have a lot of dogs. I've been in dog rescue for 15 plus years, and so I had seen that the position was open. I had a job at the time. I wasn't actively looking, and I thought, oh my gosh, how great would that be? They say if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. So I applied and got offered the position, and I love it. Like every job, there's good things about it. There's not so good things, but you muddle through that, and we're trying to definitely change Victoria Animal Services a little bit, become more involved with the community, also educate. A lot of people just don't know. They don't know the ordinances, the laws. We're not here to just go and write tickets. We want to educate you first, and then if you have people who continue to violate the ordinance, then of course we have to do that. But we definitely want to be a partner for Victoria.
Speaking of the partnership, and I kind of have an in here. My daughter also works here, and so I've spent a lot of time here. Tell us what is going on with the zoo. You have a partnership with the zoo.
Yes, we have a partnership with the Texas Zoo, and we are there the first and third Thursday of every month.
So that's not this Thursday, but it'll be next Thursday.
And that'll be the first Thursday. And the first Thursday, we're there in the evenings from 4 to 7. So if you're working and, you get off at 5 o'clock, we're still there a couple hours. And basically, you can, if you come to the evening adoption event, we do microchipping. And you can get into the zoo for free and free train rides.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, that's a new thing they have at the zoo.
Yes. Yeah. So kind of, it's a little bit cooler in the evenings. And then if you're getting off work, grab some sandwiches and have a little picnic with your kids in the park, walk through the zoo, and hopefully they'll be tired and ready for bed when you're done, easy. But and then the third Thursday, we're there during the day from 11 to 3. And so that time you will have to pay to get in, but a lot more activity during the day with the animals and things going on. We're excited to have this partnership. We're hoping to attract more people. The Texas Zoo is it's small, it's intimate, but they're also struggling. And so I'm on the zoo board also, and I am the vice president of the Texas Zoo board. So I've joined that committee. We're going to try to help grow that and offer some great new things out there too.
And admission to the zoo is super cheap. It's like $10 or something. I don't know off the top of my head, but
I don't know off the top of my head either. But
very affordable.
Right. And like I said, what's unique about it is the animals there are native to Texas. So it's not just some random animal. I mean, these are animals that you're going to see in the state of Texas.
Yes.
And so it's kind of special with that. But they need volunteers. They need the support also, and so we just thought we'd partner together and help each other out.
So do y'all also take animals to the zoo on your days that are there? You're not bears and things, but y'all are taking your animals.
We got some bears. But yes, we do take animals there to adopt on those days. So we've had some puppies, and we'll walk them through, hold them, give them a little tour of the zoo too, get them a little
that is
time.
So cool. So, yes. I want to go just to help. That just sounds fun.
It is fun, and too, getting to visit with all the workers there and learning their experiences with animals, like it's great, and then you get to learn their animals and learn things about them. They have these huge bunnies when you walk in, like they're huge. Yes, and they have a little old owl, and their coyote there is really old. He just kind of muddles around, but he's he just living his life, and I just think it's great what they do, and they're kind of a thankless job too, but they are. Lots of nice, great education there for kids, and the key is educating these kids when they're little.
Yes,
that way it sticks with them when they're older. And so many things, even going to the schools and teaching kids about spaying and neutering, because they go home and share that with their parents.
Yes,
and sometimes kids are so convincing, like you may have that parent that don't want to spay and neuter, but that kid is still on them about it to where
so they'll do it.
They'll convince them
out of the mouths of babes.
That's right.
So if you are looking for a place to volunteer, a place to put your time that is worthy and also gives you so much reward for yourself, you can definitely look into volunteering at the Texas Zoo. And also you guys take volunteers to come. I mean, sometimes just love on the animals.
That's
just
right.
Because they just need attention.
They just need the attention. And, taking them out to the dog park that we have, Neil and William Clark from Victoria did a phenomenal job. They put us some great dog toys and covers and little chairs to sit in. Like, it's so adorable out there. And so, you can go sit out there and let the dogs run around, play ball with them, and let them get some energy out. And it's funny because when they come in, like, they know it's nap time. They hop on their beds and they're ready for a nap. So it helps us out. So it like I said, it's rewarding to yourself.
Well, thank you so much, Crystal, for joining us today. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you guys for listening and joining us at the show. This is the first episode of our very different format. Please give us some feedback below. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any questions. And I will also put the link below to Victoria County Animal Services so that if you have questions or would like to volunteer, that you will be able to find that. And we will see you in Victoria.